Hi everyone, is everyone ready to go?
Yes.
Good. Now, just before we start, you can see there's a place to type some messages to each other. And if you have a question, that's probably a nice place to put them, and I can come back and address them down the bottom there. So I'll just type in a message. And if everyone could just type something in there. Great. Now, while you're typing those messages, I will say, and I hope you don't mind, I am recording this session, and I'll put this up on Moodle as well, so that we can refer back to it if there's anything that we've missed during this little webinar we've had today. Secondly, this is a bit of an experiment. I haven't run a webinar before, and I haven't run it using this link software either. So we're sort of right at the forefront, doing things all afresh and new. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully you'll get some value out of it, and I guess it's a way for us here in Porirua, which is, I've got to say, is a beautiful day today in Porirua. Must be nearly 20 degrees. A way for us in Porirua to work with you wherever you are. So there's a few of us all over the place, lots of us in Auckland. We've even got one person here from England, and I'll let everyone introduce themselves shortly. And we've got good old Georgina Osborne, and she's in good old Masterton. Is that right, George?
Oh, out of Carterton, yeah.
Out of Carterton. And how's your weather over there, George?
It's got to be better than yours. No, it's great.
No, I've got absolutely blue skies. Look, I'll just quickly show you. I'm just pointing my camera out the window. Can you see that? Absolutely gorgeous blue skies. I'm sure it's raining in Auckland. Probably not. Auckland has great weather too. So let's get this show on the road. I'm just going to... Did that move for you, the slide on the right there?
Yes. Yep.
Great. So today we're looking at the new features in Moodle that we'll be implementing shortly. So here's a bit of an overview of the session. First of all, I think we'll get everyone to introduce themselves. And then I'll be giving you some general information about the upgrade and the implications that will have in 2013. And next, after that, I will direct you to a Moodle 2.3 instance that we've set up. We've set it up so that you've got a place to play with it before we do the upgrade. So it's going to work just like it will once we upgrade our what we call our production site, our Whitirea online site. And you can play and experiment in that server and do whatever you like, so you can get used to using those different new features that are on 2.3. And then I'll be running through Firefox Portable, which is a different browser that you're probably using, but Moodle 2.3 is using some new technology that isn't yet in Internet Explorer 9. Now, Internet Explorer 9 is the current version of Internet Explorer that most computers here at Whitirea have installed. and we won't be able to use some of the new features until they upgrade to Internet Explorer 10, and that will be happening, they're saying, early 2013. In the interim, I would suggest we use this different browser called Firefox Portable, and I'll show you how to install that. It's really good. I use it all the time. And then we'll be checking out one by one over the next hour or so, looking at what the new features that we want to highlight to you in sequence. So, let's do a bit of an introduction. Look, what I'm going to try out, I've got a whiteboard loading on the screen. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
It's just a completely blank board. Now, down the bottom there, there's a little, there's an icon you can use to type on this whiteboard. Yeah, it's got like a box with an A on it. Can you see that?
Yep.
You just click on there, and I want you to type your name and the place where you're from on the whiteboard. Okay, so everyone do that right now, and I'll do that too. Cool, you might just need to move your boxes around. Great, that's well done, people. That didn't take much to do that at all. Now, do we have everyone on this up here?
Yep.
I think
Carol.
Carol and Barbara Page. Good on you. Well done. And while you're, everyone else is just completing, adding their bit to the whiteboard, that's excellent. I might just sort of randomly pick a name and invite you to introduce yourself. How about we start at the top with Julie? Julie, would you like to take the floor and just tell us who you are, where you're from, and what your interest is in Moodle right now?
Okay, I'm Julie Salthow. I'm currently sitting here in England, and basically was in Pitavere until August, the end of August this year, teaching as a journalism tutor in the Media Centre in Wellington. So my interest in Moodle is really to upgrade and how I can sort of help my students better from this end of the world in uploading things such as course casts.
Right. Great start, Julie. Thank you. And good to have you here today, all the way from England. Excellent. Don't worry, I think All Blacks are going to win, coming up soon. How about we go across to Barbara Newer?
Okay. My name is Barbara Kneuer. I've started teaching at Fitirea in June this year. I'm doing strategic management with the Babes team, originally from Austria. That's my funny accent. I just generally, like to keep in touch, knowing how Moodle progresses. I only did the training for the old version about 2 months ago. Just keen to learn anything new, really.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Barbara.
That's all right.
And Kieran, would you like to say something? You're muted at the moment, though, Kieran.
Hi there. Yeah, I'm back now.
Good.
Okay. And I am in Auckland, not in England. As the response. Yes, I'll introduce all three of us.
Oh, right.
I'm Kieran, and I'm sat here, and right next to me is Carol and Barbara. We're in the Study Skills Centre. What we do is we do what Putama does in Hororua, mostly working one-on-one with students to improve study skills and also going into classes, lectures. And I did I'm echoing a lot.
I think is Barbara Page in the same room?
Yeah, that'd be why.
I'll just mute her. It should be all right now. Go for it, Kieran.
Yeah, I can hear myself. So yeah, I'd just like to find out a bit more about the new Moodle, because I did that the course a couple of months ago when you and Beth came down, and just so keen to learn a bit more.
Great. And would Carol or Barbara like to chip in?
No. I just want to see what the new things are. I'm not a
Oh, looks like we've lost them there. I think you just muted yourself there, Kieran. Oh,
Yeah, still here.
no, we got the echo back.
Yeah, I'm just turning it off to stop the echo.
all right. That's okay. Let's move ahead. And we've got George. Would you like to say something there, George? Big
Oh,
voice.
hey, I'm George, and I live in the Wairarapa, but work over in Porirua, but not that often. I just work from here. This is great to be able to do this and not have to travel over the hill dam.
Yeah.
I teach in the postgraduate primary healthcare programs, and I'm also developing some Moodle online courses, level 7 courses for nursing and health professionals. So this, yeah, getting an update on this will be fabulous. Thanks, Dan.
Great. Hey, thank you, everyone. Let's move ahead. I'm just going to flick us back to, oh, not that one. Let's go to my PowerPoint. Okay. So I'm just going to brief you on some general information. So the upgrade is going to happen on the 10th of December. It's a Monday. So that's only a couple of weeks away now, about 2 weeks away. So on that Monday, Moodle will be unavailable. It'll be unavailable between 9 and 3 p.m. That's the time that we've scheduled at the moment. And if we can complete the upgrade before then, we'll make Moodle available before then. So it could very well be available by midday of that day. Moving to Moodle 2.3 is not the same process that we went through when we moved from Moodle 1 to Moodle 2. All your courses will be upgraded automatically. So it's a minor update, and everything that you've got in your Moodle courses at the moment will remain. Everything will just remain intact, plus the added new features that we'll be talking about shortly. Moodle 2.3 looks and feels pretty much the same as old Moodle. And they've added some bits and pieces in there that will make your life a lot easier. So that's one of our key messages that we want to tell you today, is that everything that you're used to doing in Moodle will remain the same. You should be able to complete those functions in the same way, but they have added some really, really nice new features that will make life even easier. So we'll get into there shortly. And from the student's perspective, everything will be the same. There'll be no noticeable differences from their perspective, apart from some of those new features. So don't expect any surprises when you get to Moodle 2.3. I think it's a massive improvement, and I really just want to emphasise the positives because they are really cool new features. Moving on. So the rollover process for courses in 2013, previously we asked for requests from individual tutors to set up courses. This year we're doing it a little bit different. We're working with your deans, and we've sent them a whole list of all the courses that ran this year. And basically we're going to roll every course that ran in 2012 for 2013, unless it's been otherwise noted from your dean. We've sent them some lists, and if they cross out what they don't want rolled, at that point we will just remove them from Moodle. So right now we're rolling courses. We're doing it right now for you. Auckland, for those in Auckland, we will be talking with your program managers. You're a little bit different because you don't work every day with your faculty deans. So we'll be talking with your program managers shortly, and I think we've actually contacted a few already. No problems. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my computer screen. So shortly you should see my screen coming up on that on the right there. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Is it big enough to see what you're doing?
Yeah.
Cool. Now,
Mine's still uploading, Dan. Mine's still uploading. It's almost there. Yes.
okay.
Goodbye.
Now, the page I've opened up is our intranet page, and I know, Julie, you won't see this. And you'll notice on the quick links here, there is a link to the Moodle 2 training server. So I'm wondering if everyone could open up a web page. And I know for you, Julie, if you can open up a web page and go to this website. And you too, George.
No, I've got internet here from here now. I've got special gadget.
Oh, okay. But this, in the instant message area, I've put up the address to the Moodle 2 training server, Moodle 2.3 training server.
So click on that link.
Yeah, everyone can just click on that link. But you can see I've also got it here on the intranet, so if you need to get back there, you just click on that link. So Moodle 2.3, the test server or the training server, it's just pretty much looks very similar to our current Moodle, and you just log in as per usual with your usual regular 50-day username and password. And what I've done is hooked you up to one of our courses. How's everyone going with that?
Good.
Good.
I'm not quite sure whether I'm with you yet, Dan. Trying to figure out where I'm going at the moment. So I put that link into my computer, and it came up with this Rare Online 2 as one of the top things that it came up with. Is that what I'm going into?
Just go into how you normally go into it. Oh, here. Here.
Can you see the screen I've got up on my screen share here, Julie?
I can, and it's different to the one that's coming up for me. Hang on a sec, let me just...
Have a look down in the IM area. I've got a link there. You should be able to just click on there.
Yeah, come in.
Okay, let me just try that again. I don't know whether I can do it by... Then I lose you. Hold on, it's coming up, I think.
He's somewhere.
Yes, I've got that now, and I've also got you in a... So that's great, I've got you both. Okay, sorry guys, just
That's
holding
all right.
you up. I'm there. Okay, so what am I clicking on?
Look at his screen.
Can you see this website that I've got here?
I can. Do I just now log in, did you say?
Just log in. So just log in there, Julie. Look, I think it's going to be quite challenging to have everyone do stuff while we're going through this. So what I think the intention of this webinar is to set you up to work through some of this in a self-directed way. So I'll be providing an overview of this stuff. And if you require additional support, just work with me as individuals and we'll do that for you. But this is where you go to access the training server. Okay? Everyone okay with that?
Yep.
Good. Now, when you log in, if you click on My Home at the top here, you see My Home? Just click on My Home, and what My Home is, it just brings you up all the courses that you belong to. And I can see everyone here is already logged in. That's great. And one of those courses on your list will be What's New in Moodle 2.3. Can you see that course there?
Yep.
Yeah. So just click into that course, and it will look like this. I'm just loading it up now. Okay? Can everyone see that?
Yep.
Yep.
So this is where you need to go to work through what the new features are. Okay? And what we've done for each of these sections, each section highlights what the new feature is. So there's a new feature called Drag and Drop Upload. There's a new feature called Quick Update Icon, Activity Chooser, File Picker, so on and so forth. Is that clear?
Yep.
Great. So the idea is just when you have the time, just dedicate some time to working through these areas. Today I'll be briefly running over what those areas are, and then after this webinar, just feel free to practice and give those features a go. How does that sound?
Good.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Now look, at the moment, what I might do, folks, is just mute everyone, and that will, we won't have this sort of feedback coming in on and off. I won't, so I've just got to figure out how to do that. I can't remember how. Or maybe I'll just ask everyone if they could just mute yourselves.
I'll mute myself. Mute yourself, turn your mic off.
Just turn your mic off, that's the one. Great. And then if you need to, just chip in. Cool. Okay, so on the what's new in Moodle 2.3 course here, now I told you that we need to install an alternative browser. So what I've done here, in this top section you can see there's this thing called Firefox Portable 16.0.2. Okay, that's the install file for Firefox Portable. There's also, in this other area here, this other item in this section, installing Firefox Portable. If you click on there, it'll pop up a screen and give you some instructions on what you need to do to install that. So you can work through these instructions, or you can do what I'm going to show you right now. So at the moment I'm using Internet Explorer, and like I was telling you before, Firefox Portable actually works better with some of the new changes in Moodle 2.3. So what I'm going to do is install Firefox Portable on my computer here. And to do that, I'm not suggesting that you do this with me right now, but certainly do it in your own time. Once we're finished here, I'm going to click here, and that'll initiate the download, and I get this pop-up box in Internet Explorer. Some of us might be using other browsers. I know that Julie's using Chrome as her preferred browser. Lots and lots of people like Google Chrome these days. I prefer to use Firefox. Firefox is my preferred. So there's different browsers that you can use when doing stuff on the internet. So this box has popped up. I'm going to go save. Click on that down arrow, go save as, and I'll just put that file on my desktop. So now that's downloading, and it has finished downloading. And if I just show you where it is on my desktop, it's here somewhere. Here it is. Okay, that's what it looks like once it's downloaded. Now once I've downloaded it, I just double click, and then this box pops open. I go next, and I'm just going to install it on my desktop in a folder called Firefox Portable. Okay, and I install it. Now the thing with Firefox Portable is it's what they call portable software. So you can install this on, say, a memory stick, your USB memory stick, and then you can take that around and use it on whatever computer you want to use it in. So finish, you'll notice here goes that folder, Firefox Portable folder, and everything within it is what it needs to run Firefox. So here goes the stuff inside that folder, and then I just run Firefox Portable, and that will start working. It's just loading up now, and I've just got it on my other screen, so I'll just bring it across to you. And there you go. Now I'm using a new browser, and this one's Firefox Portable. So I can just go to Moodle 2.3 and it just works like any other browser, except it's got some newer technology that Internet Explorer doesn't have right now. Newer technology that the Moodle developers have taken advantage of, and we can do sort of more amazing and better stuff with Moodle using this newer technology. So I was going to log back in there. So when you've got the time, just go through that process of installing Firefox Portable. Early next year, Microsoft will be releasing Internet Explorer 10, which has some of this newer technology. So Microsoft, as usual, are just a little bit behind the 8 ball, and Google Chrome has the new technology. So Julie, you won't need to upgrade there. You can just stick with Google Chrome. And if you want to use some of these newer features, just install Firefox Portable in the interim. So I'm just going to now pop into the What's New course. Okay. And now I'm using Firefox Portable. Any questions at this stage? No? Good. Let's move on. Let's look at this first feature, drag and drop upload. Okay, drag and drop upload. Now this is one of my most favorite features. So I'm going to turn my editing on and I'm going to demonstrate to you what drag and drop upload is. So if I just, over here is, I've got some files and here goes my Moodle course. So in the old days you had to go through the Moodle interface, you had to add a resource, select file, go browsing. It took you about 20 clicks to get files onto your Moodle course. Now, if I just, I'm going to drag some Word documents onto this Moodle course. So I'm just going to try and arrange my page here a bit, just so I can do two things at once. So what I can do is drag and drop files onto Moodle now. Okay, did you see that? I'll do it again. Drag and drop. Okay, these are the files that I put on there. How cool is that? I think it's really, really cool. And you can even do multiple files. So let's try 4 or 5 files at once. Okay? You can see very quickly. These are all Word documents, by the way. And let's try some different file types. So I've got some PowerPoints here. We'll put them on as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, straight away, 5 PowerPoints up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Word documents. I've got some MP3s in here as well. Let's put some MP3s up there as well. These are quite big. And, you know, in a matter of minutes, I've got, 20 files on my Moodle course. And that just used to take forever. Now, George is asking a question, can you drag them into a page if you didn't want a long list on the front page? Good question there, George. No. But what I will show you, there's some other Moodle resource types that allow you to kind of have lots of files in a folder. And if I click here and I go to folder, you'll see that drag and drop upload, once that comes up, has also been incorporated in the next level. So wherever you go to add files, you used to go add, upload a file, browse. That was kind of the old method. Took a long time. So now if we use a folder, I'll just try and get my page rearranged again. Okay. Excuse me. So I can actually drag files into this area as well. So wherever there's drag and drop upload, well that didn't work. Oh, there we go. They did go in. So wherever there's drag and drop upload, wherever you go to upload files, drag and drop upload feature has been incorporated. Okay. So that even comes to, if I just open up a new page here. And how do I tab? Okay. Wherever the file's uploaded, so even in this my private files area, this is an area that students use often. It's where they can save their files they're working on and then access them when they get home. Manage my private files. You'll see that you can drag and drop files into this area as well. Okay, and I'll just demonstrate that one more time. Let's go for some slightly smaller files. And so we'll drag and drop those. And, in a matter of moments, will appear there. There you go. Okay, so wherever you upload files in Moodle now, it has that drag and drop functionality. I think it's awesome. I'm really happy with this. The thing is, I'm in Internet Explorer now. Okay, this is Internet Explorer. It doesn't work. And I'll show you how it doesn't work. I've got my editing. I've just turned my editing on. And if I try and drag something in there, excuse me, I've clicked the link. And if I try and drag some files in there, it just simply doesn't work. So let's look forward to the next release of Internet Explorer. If you go to Help on Internet Explorer, About Internet Explorer, you can see we're on version 9. We need to be on version 10 for the drag and drop features to work. So in the interim, remember to use this one here, Firefox Portable. Excellent. So let's move on. I'm going to close this window and come back. How do you upload videos? Good question there, Barbara. Just in the same way. So you'd need to have a video file. I wonder if I've got one here somewhere. I'll just quickly have a look, Barbara, just see if we can do this for you. Okay, I've got a little video here. This one here is a Child Centre Shakeout video. Can everyone see that? Okay, so just in the same way, Barbara, I'll just scroll down to an area where I have those files. I've put lots and lots of files on my course now. So I'll have to clean that up shortly. And we just drag and drop. That particular video was too large, so I'd have to go in and adjust my upload settings. If we've got a slightly smaller one here. See if I can do that. I usually take it straight from YouTube. Alright, you can still embed YouTube videos just as per usual. Okay. I think I'll move on now because I know it's already 10:30, so let's just plough straight ahead. Yes, it will work for articulate pictures, George. The max, it all comes down to what your settings are on your course. And if you, to change your maximum upload size, I'll just pop in here. I've gone to edit settings in my settings block. And down here, my current maximum upload size is 20 megabytes. But you can see you can go up to 1 gigabyte. So just play around with those settings. If I go 1 gigabyte, I can probably now put that video on my course. So I'll just do that now very quickly and then we'll move on. Good questions, folks. So there you go, let's put that video in now. Child Centre Shakeout video. Okay? Good one. So, the next feature, the quick update icon. Okay? So often you can see I've uploaded all of these different PowerPoints and MP3s, videos and Word documents, but the file names themselves are a little bit cryptic and not exactly friendly to students. They'll probably won't know what it is that they're opening. Now we've got this quick update icon. See this little black pencil here? You can click on there and you can give it a new name. Okay, so I can just quickly go and update the names of these things. On the fly. You don't need to click into this pencil and reload the page, and it takes forever. You just click on this black icon here, the quick update icon, and just type in the new name here and hit enter. So that's really cool. It means that you can not only drag and drop the files onto your site, but then quickly run through and update those file names so that they're more friendlier and so that it's more obvious to students what it is that they're clicking on there. I'll just take a quick sip here. So that's the quick update icon. Very simple and but help. It saves us a lot of time. I just want to say I've also got videos here of all of the stuff. So you just click on these little links here and it's just another run through of how you use that feature. So afterwards, feel free to click through those videos. Moving ahead, the activity chooser. Alrighty. You'll notice now you no longer have add a resource add an activity on the bottom. They've combined them down to this one link here, add an activity or resource. And when you click it, it brings up this new thing called the add an activity or resource, or the activity chooser. It's kind of beautiful looking thing here. And when you click on the different activities and resources, it brings up a description of what that is, and further down the page links to more help. So I guess for some of us that use Moodle every day, it's not so much of an issue knowing what activity to choose or what resource type I should be using. But those of you, and most of our tutors are like this, that only come into Moodle when they need to, they can often lose the idea of what activity or resource am I supposed to be selecting here. Hopefully this new dialog box will prompt you in the right direction so you choose the right tool for the right situation. So that's one of the new features that we really love. Now if you really want to, I believe you can go back to the old ways of doing things, just under your settings block, activity chooser off, and it comes back with the dinky old add a resource and add an activity, if that's the way you want to do things. I don't think I'll be doing it that way. I'll be sticking to the new method. So if you want to go back to the old way of doing things, feel free just to turn that feature off, and you'll get your two little drop-down boxes on each section again. Okay? I'll go back to that way. That's the activity chooser. Okay. Moving on. The file picker. So the file picker is the dialog window that pops up when you're browsing and adding files. And what they've done is they've made some improvements to that. So I'm just going to go and add a file and show you the file picker. So this thing here, we saw it before. So what they've done is just clean this up a little bit. If you actually compare Moodle 1's file picker to the Moodle 2.1 file picker to the Moodle 2.3 file picker, it has improved quite a bit. One of the real obvious changes, you can now sort of look at things in different views along the top here. We've got thumbnail view, and they've created associated these kind of beautiful icons depending on what file types they are. So we've got MP3 files here, and you get this nice recognizable sort of looking icon. PowerPoints, Word docs. The best part of it, if you've uploaded images, you can actually see what your images are now. So you can see down here I've got some images, and I know what I'm picking. In the old days it just had an icon for JPEG and GIF image file types. So it makes it really easy to know what you're picking now. Excuse me. If I go up to some of these other areas, server files, we can get some really useful views, especially this one here. It's like a hierarchical view. It just shows you how things are structured in any one place, and it just makes it a bit easier to find what you're looking for. So there's some really good updates to the file picker. So let's plow right ahead. If you've got any questions, folks, just pop them in that chat window there. Okay, force save before leaving. Can you choose SCORM package, then just drag and drop an articulate package? So George is talking about something she's working on. Yes, George, when you drag and drop a zip file on Moodle 2.3, it actually asks you what you want to do with that. Do you want it to be a zip? You want to unpack that zip file, or do you want to turn it into a SCORM package? There's heaps of options there, George. Happy to talk with you further. Okay? So the force save before leaving feature. Now, this is a very simple update, but I think it's sort of about time that they implemented something like this. It means that when students, for instance, are using a forum, and often they accidentally click a link and all of a sudden I've just lost the last 4 hours of the work that they've been typing into a forum. Now it comes up with a warning dialogue asking you if you want to move on or do you want to stay on the page. So I'll just demonstrate that now. I'm just going to open up a forum here. So quite often we have students actually coming into our office in tears and that they've just lost lots and lots of work that they've been working on. So let's say I've been typing in here and I'm typing a message here. And then I accidentally click a link. Now we get this box here. Okay, it says, what do you want to do? Do you want to leave the page or do you want to stay on the page? So if I go stay on the page, I'm not going to lose any of this content. In Moodle, in the current Moodle that we use, just clicking a link, it would go straight to that link and you would lose everything that you've put into this area. So I think that's although a very simple update, I think it's about time really, because lots and lots of people had a bit of grief with that, losing stuff. So moving ahead, there's just been a couple of other additional improvements to the interface. So dragging and drop, dragging items and blocks has always been a bit of a pain. For instance, if I want to drag this around, I want to put it somewhere, you never knew quite where it was going to land. So now what they've done is, you can actually see now, see how it's, I think you can see that, but I can actually just quite easily guess where I'm going to put something. Whereas in the old days, it was a bit of a hit and miss knowing where something was going to land. So now they've tidied that up and they've made it a bit more accurate, and now you can see a clever outline of where you're dragging this thing. Okay, so that's been improved and we're really happy with that. You can also now drag and drop your blocks. So before you couldn't drag and drop blocks. That was became a real issue, getting stuff around. So now they've added that functionality right across Moodle. So really happy with that. I better tidy up the site very quickly. Yep, so whole blocks of work moves as well, so I'll just demo that. I can move that one down to this section, for instance. Okay, so quick update icon, I've moved that whole section down. So not just heading, yes. Cool. Any other questions? I see Kieran's typing there. Is it possible to change the colour of your blocks? No, it isn't at this stage, Kieran. That's a global, something to do with the look and feel. We call that a theme. The look and feel of our Moodle site is called it's based on theme files, and we control that at a global level. If, for instance, though, that a certain faculty grouping wanted a certain look and feel, we could work with you on that, and then we could just make that look and feel available for, you know, that set of courses. Does that answer your question, Kieran? Happy to work with you on that. Thank you. Great. Okay. So that's dragging and items and blocks around. It's now much easier, and you can see as Moodle's developed further that they're moving into this more sort of drag and drop, and probably, hopefully, like how smartphones are going, everything's touch screen. This will all be incorporated and become much more intuitive to use Moodle. It can be quite clunky at times, I think, Moodle. Remove add course section. So this is another little user interface improvement. If, for instance, I wanted to add another section to this course, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got about 7 different sections on this course. In the old days, I would go to my settings block, I would go edit settings, I have to wait for this page to load and just about die while it's loading, and then I had 8 sections actually. I'd have to manually dial this up or down. Okay. Now, just at the bottom of the page, there's a nice plus minus symbol. So I can use this to add and remove a single section at a time. If I wanted to add a new section, I'd just go hit a plus. Instead of having to go to the edit settings and go and find that drop down menu and select the right number of topics, I can now just plus or minus. So there goes my extra topic or another one. Okay, and it will just add it for me. If you hit minus, so you can see here I actually had some a label in there under topic 10. What happens is it's just hidden. It's a good question, Barbara. So if I remove that, it's actually still sitting there in the background. It's just not showing for anyone. Okay. So I'll minus again. So let's minus this new assignments modules area as well. If you've got items within that area, they become orphan activities. So it takes out the last section of the page. It does. The minus takes the section out. Yes, Barbara. Good question. If you've accidentally removed the section, no, don't worry. It's still sitting there in the background, and I just hit plus, and everything will be back to how you wanted it to be. It's just hidden. It's not deleted permanently. Great. Thank you. So it's already nearly 11:15, by the way. New course formats. Section per page. Now, what I'm going to do is just flip to another course here, because my current course doesn't really demonstrate this well. What's a good one? Have a look at this one here. Oh, that's not a very good one either. Excuse me, I should have been more prepared. Try this one. No, it's not long enough. I might open a few. Okay, here's a pretty good one. Now, for some of us that have been using Moodle a while, and for those of us that know a bit about Moodle, one of the biggest common complaints is this issue here. Okay. Does anyone know what that's called? You might just want to type it in the IM there. Otherwise known as the scroll of death. I just about died scrolling down that page. Now there's a new feature in Moodle 2.3 that allows you to eliminate the scroll of death. And it's just a quick setting change. So if I go edit settings, there's a new course format now. And this course layout option here, show one section per page. Okay, so I'm just going to flick that over, go to the bottom and save changes. What I'll do is just move that over here. And now what I get is, I better turn my editing off. Okay. Basically it's removed all the content within those sections, but it does give you a sort of a brief outline of what's in there. This is kind of like an index page. So I just scroll through and I can click onto a topic, and that will reveal what's within that topic. So there's all the content within that topic. So once I'm in a topic, it also gives me links to the next topic, or a link back to that main index page. So there goes my index page. So it's much less scrolling. And if I click into a topic heading, it opens up that topic, reveals the content with links back and forth to the different sections. So that's a nice little feature add that you might want to rework your courses so they're not so long and scrolly. I'll show you where that is again. Edit settings. And it's just in this course layout area here. Show one section per page. Okay, we're up to our last new feature here. It's the new assignment module. I'm not going to go into this in too much detail. What I will do though is just quickly bring up Moodle, our current Moodle site, and just show you what our current Moodle has. This one will do. So in our current Moodle, you'll notice that there's like 4 different assignment types. Okay, and here goes that really clunky, horrible drop-down menu. So we've got the 4 different assignment types. Now in Moodle 2.3, they've combined all those functions into a single assignment type. So now we've only got the one assignment, but it can do all those other functions. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail because the information is here. Just click on this video and you can watch that in your own time. I also know that a lot of us are using Turnitin rather than using the assignment activity. So folks, that's pretty much the ins and outs of this webinar and what the new features are in Moodle 2.3. I do encourage you to log on and use the training server. We've also given you a sandpit. So if I just quickly go and a sandpit is like an area for you to practice using the new features. So if we have a look at, say, Julie Salt's courses. And I'm going to log in. So I've got this ability to log in as other people because I'm a system administrator. So I'm like Julie right now, and you can see, looking at Julie's stuff, she's got access to what's new in Moodle 2.3, and she's also got a sandpit. So the sandpit's just generally a blank course for you to play around, giving those new features a go. You can do whatever you like in there. We don't come in and we don't monitor what's happening. It's just a complete play area. You could even build a course in here, and then you could back it up and restore it into our production Moodle site once we've upgraded that. So feel free to use, I do encourage you to use those sandpits. And before you go, there's just one last thing I want to share with you. It's just a poll. Can everyone see that? And feel free to unmute yourself now. I feel like I'm sort of on my own. Great. How was that, everyone?
Interesting.
Interesting. And just make a choice on that poll there.
Oh, most favourite. I'm Richard, and with the thing, what's the new features in my favourite? Yeah.
Julie, I'll put the video up on the
on Dan's
what's new in Moodle 2.3 course. I'll just put
click
the video of this webinar right at the top there.
Okay.
Great.
Do we just have to sort of click and enter when we've done the feature is the
Click on
favourite one?
an option.
You've got a whole list of things that he's been talking about, so you can click in. Which one is like drag and drop? I like that one.
Are there any other questions? Thanks, George.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Great. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate you being here today. I do encourage you to go on and check in more depth that Moodle 2.3 training course and that server. Have a play in your sandpit. And if you need more additional help and support using Moodle 2.3, feel free to give us a call. We're here to help you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you.